you have spent your life up thus far, like becoming an adult and deciding who you are.
Well, looking in the mirror, sometimes I feel like I look the same. Then I see pictures and I'm like, holy shit, what was that?
The goal here for me is to replace my feelings of loss with gratitude.
My son passed away. The first thing I did was I ate. I gained 100 pounds. All I did was eat. Am I still depressed? Yeah, but I do other things.
Who are we trying to impress?
Myself.
Exactly.
Welcome to the Midlife Mafia podcast. My name is Christy. This episode, sexy, sore, and still social.
Hey, Marietta. I'm feeling a little sexier now that I lost a few chins. Definitely sore from just waking up, but definitely social.
I'm Elle. I don't know. My social is lacking, I think. You know,
You're very social.
If I really think about it, maybe everything is lacking, but I
Right.
try. But that's what this episode is going to be about. So the Midlife Mafia is an experience geared towards women over 40. We're going to make you feel powerful, enlightened, and confident about the woman you are and what the future has in store for you. We're three very different women putting the Gen X spin on midlife. We're talking about things like finance and empty nest syndrome and feeling sexy, which is maybe something your mom never talked to you about.
Definitely not.
Mine didn't either. Midlife is a time of change. It's a time of reflection. Most importantly, though, it's a time of growth. It's a time when you can use your past experiences to help you guide your future because you've done things, you've learned things, and you've got a lot more life left to live, and use those lessons, bring them into the new part of your life. And that's what we're talking about today. How do you feel sexy when you've actually kind of feel like a different person when you get to midlife? You know, you're an older version of yourself. Like you say, like there's a stigma, you would always say, oh my God, I can't imagine my parents, and everybody, when you were in elementary school and everyone would be like, ew, but we're that age now.
I knew we would get there.
Yeah. If you live long enough, you're eventually going to be the age of your parents when you thought they were gross. So now, how do we feel about that? What does sexy mean in midlife? Like that's, for me, I mean, it always meant feeling attractive, right? You always felt attractive. You always felt desirable. You always felt like you were going out there kind of like to show off a little bit, right? Sexy is like showing off a little bit.
Still do that now.
Right. It's not only about being sexy. The way you feel makes you sexy.
Right.
So, I mean, I feel sexy all the time.
Well, that's great. That's fantastic. A lot of people do not. A lot of people hit 45 and just start shopping at Chico's, and they just give up and they don't.
Only a year past 45, not even.
I think that sexy has a lot to do with your expectation of yourself. You know what I mean? If you're comparing yourself to your other self that was 20 years old, if you're looking at that person and saying, I'm a different person, because you look different. You look different, you act different, you feel different. There's different components to your body now that weren't there before, like pain. There's physical components, the mental components of like brain fog and whatever, of just being cranky, and then there's, the hormone components of your hormones actually changing so that you're not getting the same dose of hormones naturally that you were before. So your body is changing and you have to keep up with that change. If you let it go, all of a sudden you look in the mirror, and someone actually said this to me today. I look in the mirror and I don't know who that person is. I'm like, you should listen to our podcast.
Well, looking in the mirror could make. Sometimes I feel like I look the same. And then I see pictures and I'm like, holy shit, who was that?
Right.
So I think the mirror, sometimes you don't know what you're looking at.
I really hate mirrors, but I can't stop looking at them. I go out and I literally say to myself, we were out the other night and I said, does anybody own a full-length mirror? Like some of the people would dress ridiculously. I mean, listen, if you're a big girl, I've been big my whole life. Wear what makes you feel comfortable, but try to hide a little something. I mean, put some stuff away, tuck it in somewhere. It's just a little crazy.
Well, the other side of that is
that's what makes people feel
what?
Like, age is not good.
Yeah, right.
It's not about aging.
We should support other women in their bodies.
And I do. Absolutely. But I'm I'm not going to wear a
I mean,
crop
I've
top.
said the same thing. I was
I would
like,
never-
I would never go out like that. But if somebody,
But you're
feels
not out going out
comfortable-
like that.
If somebody feels comfortable, be you.
Then more power to them. But I still want to know if they have a full-length mirror in their house.
I mean, but they're confident, you know, and they feel sexy, and that's how they went out. So I
Right.
mean, I know what you're saying, but I do believe that it's okay to be like that. I don't, judge anybody.
Yeah, well, I try not to.
Well,
I'm a little judgmental over here. But
look at this one. Little Ozempic went to her head.
Yeah.
actually,
So
that
tell
bounds.
us, yeah. So tell us about that. Is that making you feel sexy? Because that's a big deal now in this year and last year.
Absolutely.
The Ozempic
A
and all the
little bit.
GIPs.
I'll never say I'm sexy because that just doesn't form in how I perceive myself. I have a big heart. I love how I dress because I think I'm awesome. But I feel so much better now that jeans, when I heard that Elle was getting rid of a lot of clothes, I decided to go in my closets too. And I started pulling things out. I was like, I haven't worn black jeans in literally 8 years. Like, let me look. And I found these in my closet with tags on it because these didn't fit my fat ass. Well, guess what, people? They fit me today.
I think she's pretty confident.
They fit me
I would
today.
say the confidence is definitely
which a
there.
couple of months ago, she really wasn't.
Right.
But I got to say one other thing. I could actually cross my legs, which I couldn't have done a couple of months ago. I could prove it to people. I could do it.
Do it.
Later on. Not now.
And I saw you bend down to get something before, and it was like, forget it.
Because normally what I would do is, because my stomach used to be so much bigger than my body, I used to drop something and hope somebody else would find it and pick it up. I never wanted to bend. Now I'm like, shit, I'll drop it on the floor just so I could bend down and pick it up.
Although she did get stuck in the basement yesterday.
No, I got stuck in the closet.
So is it all about your size?
For me, yeah. For me, I've always been a big girl, and it just feels good to not. I mean, I'm still a big girl, but it feels not to be as big. I don't. People don't like looking at themselves. I don't even want to own a scale. Like, that bitch stays in the corner
Yeah.
forever. That's where she belongs. But other people have there's other things. There's a lot of things that can go back. When I wake up, if I put leggings on, I'm like, I'm not in the mood to get dressed up. I'm not. But as soon as you put on something, a pair of jeans, a nice shirt, you feel a different way about yourself. So it doesn't matter how big you are.
Right.
It really doesn't. Be
Right.
comfortable. I'm firm. I mean, I won't walk around with my rolls out, but if you feel like you want to do it, more power to you. I don't.
Right.
Maybe after another 20 pounds, we'll see. If I can buy that
Oh,
crop top.
God.
We'll see.
So it's
Please don't.
I mean, and when it all comes down to
Don't
it,
judge me.
when it all comes down to it, I mean, who are at our age, who are we trying to impress?
Myself.
Exactly.
Actually, nobody else.
Yeah, who
I want my
cares?
kids to be proud that I am their mother. I'm not saying they're not proud, but when you're as heavy as I was, I didn't even want to go out.
Right.
I had to go out because I work for a living, and the more I stay home, the more I eat. Who the hell wants to do that now? I don't even look for food. I walked to my pantry, I made a cup of coffee. That's like that's the best feeling in the world to say. I literally stood home all day yesterday, and because I had work is refixing a bathroom. I ate an orange all day. It was a proud moment for me. That's what I had. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. An orange. And you know what I did? I cut it into so many pieces. That shit lasted me an hour. It took me an hour to eat an orange. I loved it.
Well, that's not necessarily the best way to go
Well,
about
yeah, I
it. That's
don't
not
know.
exactly
But if
healthy.
you're not hungry, don't eat. I ate out of depression and boredom. I'm sorry.
Right.
Nobody's gonna. That's what my biggest
Right.
thing was. My son passed away. The first thing I did was I ate. I gained 100 pounds because all I did was eat.
Right.
Eat. People are eating out of depression and out of boredom, out of loneliness, however you want to say it. Am I still depressed? Yeah, but I do other things. I'll work out at home. I won't go to the gym because I don't know how to work the machines. I can't even use my phone. So picture me trying to use a treadmill. And I have a treadmill, and I have a, what is that called? What's that bike called that we do?
The Peloton.
Peloton. I was going to say elliptical.
That we do?
Well, that
That
we
you use as a
actually
coat
use
hanger.
as a coat hanger because that was a very expensive coat hanger, So we do those things, but I'd rather be in my home. I have my own workouts, and I love it. So whenever I'm hungry, I'll work out instead. I'll do a little motivate myself exercise, because it's not eating is just really you're eating because you're not hungry. If you just had a meal, you cannot be hungry. I'm sorry.
And that brings up a good point, because part of in midlife, with the mood, you get sad, you get depressed. It just, when your hormones fluctuate, which hormones are actually the easiest part to fix, because that's a number. Your hormones have to be a certain number, and you can go and get them raised to a certain number if you can, or whatever. The other stuff is a lot harder to fix, how you feel, how you think. But when you consistently feel depressed because, you're getting older and you're not who you were, then you do things like that. You do things like you eat, you form bad habits, and then you don't lose weight the same way that you did before, because now your body is different than it was before. So that is a big deal. So that makes it even, worse. Then that makes you more depressed. It's like a vicious cycle, that goes on. But I really think that, you have to take hold of that. You have to almost shake yourself and just get to who you are and figure it out.
You got to snap out of it. It's
Yeah.
basically layman's term. You got to snap out of it.
Much easier said than done, but it will just lead itself in circles if you just keep going. So the changes really that midlife brings can be defined into different categories. There's the physical, the mental, and the biological.
Wow, that is perfect, because physical, mental, and biological. You got us right here.
It really works for
What
those
makes
three
me
monkeys.
physical?
Your knee hurts.
Well, I need knee replacement.
That's what.
I stopped complaining a long time ago.
And I could tell you what makes me mental. I'm batshit crazy.
I can't tell you what makes you mental. It just is.
And we already know about your hormones.
Yeah, and my hormones were biological. So that was a good way for me to help. That was one area that was the easiest for me to help, was the biological, because then I went and got the hormone replacement therapy, and it made me better in that way. But I still have to contend with the mental and the physical. And the thing is, you have spent your life up thus far, becoming an adult and deciding who you are, and then becoming maybe a parent or whatever, your job, and really defining yourself in your 30s and stuff. And now all of a sudden you're changing, and you have to redefine what it took so long for you to define in the first place, which I think is the hardest thing ever, because you think when you're, you first go out on your own in your 20s or whatever, that finding out who you are is going to be the hardest thing. But having to do it again after you've thought you figured it out, I think is even harder.
What did you figure out?
I had a system going. I had these kids. I drove them to school. I worked. I wrote a blog. I figured out who I was.
You had more time to yourself now.
No, I just had a routine, and I had a way that I thought about myself. I was a mom. I was a writer. I had ways that I thought about myself, and I looked a certain way, and that changed without my consent. Basically.
You're the one that changed it.
I know. It
You
just
changed.
Yeah, it changed. And I was actually talking to someone on the phone today, and they said all of a sudden I woke up and I don't know who I am anymore. And I said, that's exactly what happened to me.
I don't feel that way, so I don't feel anything like that. I don't feel like I'm a different person.
That's fantastic.
No, I mean, I've been the same forever.
What's your secret?
I don't care enough, maybe. I don't know. I just stay focused.
Yeah. What have you noticed, anything different about, have you felt a need to redefine yourself? Maybe it's because you're constantly redefining
myself?
yourself.
I mean, no. I mean, I did redefine myself more than once.
Right. So it's not
an.
an uncommon feeling to you.
I don't know. I mean, I'm up to the challenge always to try something new, but not. Now I want to relax a little bit.
Yeah. See, maybe with me, I like to do this. I like to be settled. I like to do the same. I don't like to change. I
don't like to change. You know that. I'm the worst. I start screaming I don't like big changes. But then, yet I'll do it in a second and then regret it later on. But as far as myself, I see a change in myself, but I don't know. I guess
not a big change.
nothing that like you can't go get fixed. I mean, you know, like I look at it that way. Like if I really wanted to do it, you know, I could, but I mean, I don't want to get like that. I don't know what menopause is gonna bring though, so I'm not gonna, you know, I don't know if I'm going through it.
To me.
I think it is.
I mean,
too.
I started having heart racing. I was telling Elle 2 nights in a row. I woke up really like my heart racing. And then I had to go to the bathroom, calm down. So I'm like, all right, maybe I'm starting. I don't know. But let me tell you something. I was having a heart attack.
Yeah, I mean, I get those too, but I never know if it's the hormones or the fucking phentermine. So I don't really know.
You stopped the phentermine.
Oh, no, I just went on a regimen. I fixed myself so it would last me a little longer, and my body don't get immune to it because if you take Advil every single day, guess what
doesn't
happens?
work.
You get immune to it, and
Right.
it doesn't work.
Right.
So fix yourself. Figure out what works for you because you can always make things work.
So did the doctor pick this plan or did you?
No, I should have been a doctor instead of a realtor.
Oh
I should have been a doctor.
That would be the scariest doctor I've ever seen. So
I am very good.
no,
I would know who to prescribe what to. But
You got to be careful with that, and you really should see an actual medical doctor.
Oh, yeah,
before
no,
you
no.
diagnose yourself
consult
and start
a real
taking
MD, not me.
start taking whatever it is that you think you're on your own.
But
regimen.
I never know if my shakiness is that or I'm on a lot of medicine, diabetes, this, that, the other thing. You know, I mean, you never know what it's from.
And that's what menopause is all about. It's a mystery. You never know if your
I
heart
mean,
is
the
racing.
heart racing felt like a heart. Like I don't know what a heart attack felt. Although I did have congestive heart failure, so I do know a little something of what happened. But you know, I mean, but this was
But
like
you're not the
racing.
physical.
And I always wonder if this is gonna happen. Like,
Did you ask a few minutes ago what made you physical?
No, but when I had congestive heart failure, I didn't know. It's different. It's kind of different, I guess. I don't remember. It was 16 years ago. But I mean, you know, like if I messaged once before when I did have this a couple of years ago, like if you like not flutters because I get flutters, but this racing thing, I asked the cardiologist and he said it could be anything. Elle, what about the menopause minute?
What about it, Christy?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Studies show that while hormones like estrogen and testosterone affect your sexual desire, actually psychological, emotional, and relationship issues are at least 50% responsible for the changes. So the hormones are just a part of it. And it's all the other stuff, too, that comes into play with how you feel, you know. And, you know, so what do you do with that? What do you do with all of these?
Well, you definitely try to build your self-confidence and stuff like that.
Right. You have to, in my opinion, in a sentence, you have to redefine sexy. You have to redefine what it means to you. Like this weekend, like Marietta referenced, I went through my closet and I don't know, you always want to go through your closet and you never do. And I actually got 4 bags of giant garbage bags of clothes that I love that I don't wear anymore because they don't fit me. They don't make me feel good anymore. And while I was putting them in the bag, I was like, this used to make me feel fantastic. And now it
Just
doesn't.
buy it in a bigger size.
But it was so freeing to me. I felt like for the first time in a long time, I was accepting myself as I was instead of wanting to be who I was 10 years ago, you know, and it made me feel really good. And I took all those bags and donated them. And I honestly have to say it lightened my head. I feel much better about who I am since I did that. And I was talking about it with Christy, and she actually brought up a good point because she said, looking at things that you used to like or that you don't think you look good in anymore just makes you feel sad.
Yeah, I guess.
So, well, you said it.
Could have been a little.
I keep a couple of pairs of big clothes so that I look at them and I'm like, wow.
See,
I don't like clutter, so
You're going through a different thing. You're feeling actually better than you felt in a long time. So that's great. You
I
know,
feel amazing.
right.
I feel really good to clean the closet. You know,
I would feel really good if somebody else came and cleaned my clothes.
I was actually looking for somebody all weekend to organize me. Yeah, I can't do it anymore.
I had one lady, I gotta just say, I had one lady that came to my house. She goes, I said, really, I want you to go in. I just had the kids' closets built. I want you to go in. I want you to do what you have to do. Organize them, shoes here, clothes here. And she goes, and I'll never forget it. She goes, that's my specialty. I get all excited. I'm like, start now. Start now. I don't even want you to know.
Color coordinated.
I don't even want you. That's what she did. She color
Oh, she actually
coordinated.
did it? Like
She did.
like
It was
that.
horrible. She just color coordinated. So reds, blacks, browns.
What's horrible about that?
I wanted it organized. I can put a red sweatshirt next to a black sweatshirt. I'm not an idiot. That wasn't your specialty.
Oh no, when you open
This-
that closet, I feel so much better.
No, the sneakers, I wanted them nicely on the shelf that I bought. She didn't think the shelf was a good idea.
Well, when you hire someone to do
You have
what
to
you have
explain
in
what you
mind, you
want
have to
done.
right. You have to be very specific, or you have to do it yourself.
You have to explain what you want.
Yeah.
But it's a great feeling to have a clean closet.
It is. It's amazing.
And the funniest part about it is I don't even care that my closet's clean because it's really not, and I still have.
4 bags and you still have more room.
But I feel better about what's in it. What's in it makes me feel better because I know that I can wear it. Right. I know I can
You
wear
have
it.
to
and
have a
feel good
rule.
about
Like you have to set a rule. Like if you never wore it or you haven't worn it in the last 6 months, get rid of it.
I know, but I had stuff like I finally got rid of the dress that I wore to my bachelorette party in Vegas.
That's unheard of, Al. How many years?
It was the coolest dress ever.
How many years?
20 something. Listen though, it was this hologram dress, and every time you looked at it, it looked kind of slightly different. It was green. It was a mini dress. It had like straps. It was like, and I've got shoes that I found matching them.
You still have the shoes too?
Yes, they're so awesome. I tried to get my daughter to try them on, but she's so different than I am. I tried to get her to wear the dress too because I wanted to keep it, but then I
I
thought,
could
you
have
know what?
borrowed that for Halloween. And
I have pictures of it, and I remember it, so I don't
when
need
were
it
you gonna
anymore.
wear it again?
Never. That's why I got rid of it. That's why I finally, after 20 years, said, I love this dress. This dress made me feel fantastic. When I put it on, I felt like the world. I
So
felt
then if it
sparkly
made you feel
and
so good,
beautiful.
why did you get rid of it?
Because it doesn't anymore. And so now it just makes me feel like I can't feel that way anymore because this dress doesn't fit.
Well, nothing I wore for my wedding would make me feel good. It would go in the fire. Like my wedding, like my marriage.
The wedding went in the fire.
Well, you never wear wedding stuff anymore, you know.
Like, what are you gonna rewear your wedding dress?
Well, my bachelorette party was in Atlantic City. I don't think I wore a dress.
Oh, mine was in Vegas, and I wore many
remember
dresses and many pairs of boots and cowboy hats.
I don't remember that.
I was pregnant for my wedding, so I don't remember either.
Oh, that must have been a really boring bachelor.
No, I didn't know I was pregnant. Sorry, Michael. Love you.
Can I go off topic for 1 second about my bachelorette party? Because if you're having a bachelorette party, if you know someone it is, they have the most fun game that I've ever played in my life.
I'm scared.
It's a card game, and you divide into teams because there were like 13 or 14 people in my party, and we divided into teams of 2, and you get cards, and the cards say something like "man in a baseball cap," you know, and it describes people, and you have to get your picture. The first one that gets their picture taken with all of their deck of cards wins.
That was a Hallmark movie.
It was so much fun. Let me tell you, it was so much
Their
fun.
kind of fun 10 years ago was
Yeah.
so different than our kind of.
Imagine being attacked by a girl in a hologram dress because you have a cowboy hat.
But hold on, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You played this game in Vegas?
Yeah, with total strangers. We went up to total strangers like, oh my God, we have to take a picture with you for our game. We're on our bachelor. It's
I
fun.
don't know. I'm in Vegas. I'm not leaving a table or a slot machine. I don't know.
Oh, we had our own fun. It was great. But you know, but that's the thing.
Did you go see Magic Mike?
I saw something.
Thunder from Down Under.
I don't know what I don't know what we saw, but half of us didn't want to see it, so half of us did something else.
The Thunder, the Australians are in Vegas.
I don't think they were there 20 years ago. I don't think they were born 20 years ago.
Mine, it was still Chippendales, I think.
Yeah, with the bow ties.
It was at the Limelight.
There you go. There you go. Back in the day, the Limelight. That was a good one.
So when we're talking about redefining sexy in terms of not physically, you know, because it's not this dress that's going to do it for me, you know, anymore.
Obviously.
So what is it, you know, what is it that's going to make me feel better about myself? What is it that's going to make me feel desirable? Right.
You are going to make you feel better.
Right.
What you do makes you feel better. What I do makes me feel better.
And that's not an easy list to compile because you have to really put some thought into it. You have to put a great deal of time into figuring out what you like for real, what you really like and what really makes you happy, and what makes you feel like alive, because it's going to be different things, that used to before. The last time I went out to a bar, not the last time, but the last time went out to a bar to party on a Saturday night kind of thing with my friends, I felt like terrible. I was like, it wasn't fun anymore.
Oh, I had a blast.
Well, you like those things.
I gotta tell you, we went to this place in the city, and they came out with a boat, and on the boat was shots. And you stand there were 2 men on each side, and you stand there's like 6 people. Nicole, if you're watching, you know this. And there was 6 girls on every side, and there was shot glasses, and they just lifted the boat, and you just drank the shot. I had the best time.
So that's another important
Best
thing.
time.
Another important thing that you're bringing up is you have to have friends.
Yeah, you need to go out.
You need to
go
have
out.
friends
Yeah,
that
how
you
old
can
you
talk
are.
to. You need to have friends that you can trust.
Right, of
You need to
course.
have friends that you feel comfortable about. You need a support system of people that understand you and they keep you sane.
And you need to party. Go out,
need
be
to have a
you.
good time every once
Go
in a
have
while.
fun. Like, I gotta be honest with you. Thursday, I'm supposed to be going to this event, and I don't think it's gonna be very fun, but I'm gonna fucking make it fun. They're gonna have music. I'm gonna dance all night. Maria Gannon, you're going. I already said you're going. We're gonna go, and we're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, I mean, if you always have fun. You seem to make yourself have fun anyway.
Right. Whereas I can't get off, like, I'm in my pajamas at 9:00.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that, but
I'm not.
I am.
we still work at 9:00.
Well, the minute I get home, the first thing I do is get ready for bed.
I say it's more to build my confidence. I just need to be groomed, clean. Like, I like that stuff. That makes me feel better. You can't see a speckle of anything on there.
Yeah. I mean, and you like certain perfumes,
I wasn't talking about that. Disgusting.
I never know what comes out of your
No, sometimes I could be a little weird, but I wasn't being weird that time.
But as far as, and I just want to mention that as far as sexy goes, as far as actually, feeling sexy in a physical way, they say that in midlife, people have the best sex of their life because you don't have to worry about things like pregnancy. You already know what you want, and you're not afraid to say it. So they say if you can get look at me.
Marietta was never worried about pregnancy.
Marietta was a fertile motherfucker.
But there are, I mean, you can comfort yourself in knowing that it can be much less stressful if you have all the other things put together and if you're in that situation. That's just something that I read. And I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Well, you have
One
to
for the
feel
team.
good to enjoy it.
Right. You have to feel, and you have to feel good about yourself. And, there are so many things that you don't know about yourself because you're changing. And so you have to redefine kind of like who you are. Like, there was this guy that I know, and he retired, and then he started doing stuff with his free time. Like, he took a pottery class, and the next thing you know, he was like Casanova of the pottery class when he was really the dorkiest, geekiest.
Well, I wonder
Well,
who was in
schlub.
If he
who
was a
in the
dork,
class.
yes, he.
Who was in the class? Desperate Women.
Right.
Yes.
But that made him happy, and he felt alive and good about himself. He felt, like a virile man, and he was a loser. Still to this day, in my opinion. But
Is he alive?
Yes.
I'm not naming names.
I know. Who
But
she's
I think
talking
he knows
about.
who it is.
I don't think so. Not smart enough. But
If you're watching, it's not you. We promise.
If you're watching, it probably isn't you.
trust me, he's not watching.
But you can actually, take some chances. One of the things that you lose when you get older is your elasticity in your body. You get like
Definitely not elastic.
like getting out of bed is like kind of thing, and it's always good to stretch. So maybe you've always stretching is always good. You got to keep your body a little bit limber so that you can
Sometimes
walk.
I might get stuck.
Well, if you
Got stuck
gradually
in the closet.
keep stretching, that might be something that you could do. You could take a yoga class, which is something that was maybe out of your comfort zone, and you could just keep your body a little more limber.
What works for you works for you. What works for us works
Well,
for us.
believe
Yeah,
me.
so I'm gonna tell you, if I took a yoga class, the only thing I could do is stand like a tree. Okay?
Yoga doesn't work for
I
me.
can't. No, I ain't doing
I
anything
took
else.
a yoga class and I was the worst one in there and I kept falling off the wall and getting pissed off and I was angry and the instructor who was trying to be all zen was like, "Why are you so angry? Maybe you shouldn't take this class." So I actually got kicked
you
out
just say zen?
of the yoga class because I was too angry to be in the yoga class. And that was like a long time ago. So it's not for me either, but things that make your body feel good, you know, things that help improve your body is breaking down with age and things that can prevent that are always not bad things to start with, you know.
No, I agree. Me getting out of bed is just really, I pray and hope that I don't miss my step stool. Because then I fall.
You use a step stool to get in your bed?
How do you get on your bed?
I sit.
I'm sure. My bed's high. Well, I always wanted a bed that was like very like, you know, amazing. So I said, okay, I'm going to get this bed. And yes, I can't reach my bed. So I have to get on my little step stool. I told you I would let you borrow when we went on the limo. I wasn't
The
kidding.
limo, I needed it. That
Like, think of the limo, for example, okay? I fell
God.
into the limo. Had I been a little bit more coordinated and maybe if I was taking yoga, I would not have
Well, me
done
and
that.
Melissa, I think, were the only ones that didn't fall.
Well, I kind of chucked myself inside. I kind of like catapulted.
I was the only one because I was like, they don't want to sit back like normal people.
Well, I had the high boots on. My legs didn't work that way. I was just like, I like
flew.
So let's talk about that because you were talking about in Christmas, like around Christmas time when you went to a lot of parties because you're a realtor.
And she invites herself.
Yeah, and you can't miss.
Why do you think I don't get dressed in my 90s and like my pajamas until a certain time? Because in case something really fun comes up, I'm out.
you would go to the
Ow.
opening of a door?
I would go to the opening of a door.
Yeah. So
I'm one of those. I'm a Virgo. I can't miss anything.
but you have pictures. You like put on like stiletto or like high heels and.
Oh, I can't breathe. But yeah, I put them on because I think I look adorable until an hour later, and then I can't breathe, and I'm ready
That
to
makes
die.
you feel good.
But that
It
makes you
me
feel good,
amazing.
right?
That my fat ass can still wear stilettos. Absolutely.
Right. So that
And I love it.
And those are the things that you have to think about, you know, as you get older. What are the things that really make you sexy? And it's like if looking in your closet and seeing all these clothes that don't fit you anymore is a bad thing, what is a good thing?
Getting rid of them.
You're right. Putting on stilettos when you go out and feeling like you're, you know,
$1 million
doing-
bucks.
Right.
And you know what? All you have to do is believe in yourself. No matter how you are. Really, I have a thing about me, but that doesn't mean somebody else isn't so confident and loves themselves so much that they can do whatever they want to do. Me, I'm different. No pointing fingers. But
I mean, I don't like to hear you bitch all the time.
but I also have to say something. You should be proud and honored that you are confident, because the more confident you are, the stronger of a person you are. I could be the weakest link because everybody knows. You call me fat, I'm gonna run and cry, and I'm not gonna be able to come out of my
I break
shell.
your windows.
You gonna break my window?
No, if somebody called me fat, I would
Oh.
break their windows.
Oh, I'm gonna say you're gonna break my window. You call me fat, you're gonna break my window.
Half the time, like anytime somebody's saying something negative, it doesn't even bother me.
It really doesn't.
It
and
doesn't me because at the end of the day, I know who I am.
it's a fantastic skill. It's a fantastic quality that I'm really jealous of, you know.
Yeah, I just laugh.
Because what people say really says more about them than it says about you, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a hard lesson to learn when they're saying negative things to you, but Christy's right. She doesn't care.
And you're right, because guess who's saying those things? Keyboard warriors. Come say it to our face. You know what? You wouldn't, because once you met me, everybody wants to know me and everybody wants to be my friend. I am fucking awesome.
You're confident and
And
not
I
at
am
the same
aspiring
time.
to be as confident as the two of them are because, you know, I'm still finding my way to getting my sexy back.
Ask Justin.
Because I did feel it for a long time when I was younger. I was like, I used to wear very vibrant clothing and really like crazy hologram stuff and really high boots. And I used to shop in the East Village and wear
And
all
your
that
mother
crazy
let
stuff.
you out of the house wearing that
Well, when
stuff.
she was in the East Village, she was out of
I
mom's
was
house.
out of the house. I was wearing, oh God, you know, and I don't want to. Now I want to wear a black top. You know what I mean?
Well, black does make you look there.
I just happen to like black.
I love black.
I always
As
did
you
too,
know.
but now mine doesn't have holes all over it. And now I just bought a top, and it's got you know how it's got cutouts on the sleeves, those tops that have cutouts on
I
the
don't wear
sleeves.
things like that, so no, I don't know.
See, I
would wear something like that.
wasn't sure. I was like, I looked at it for a long time before I bought it, and I thought, this is one of those things that's on the edge, because I don't wear revealing clothing anymore, because I don't feel comfortable wearing it, because my body is not how it looked before. You know, there's other things that I look better in. So I took a chance, and I thought, well, you know, it's a good deal. I'll try it, and I'll see how I feel when I wear it, you know, so. But
I only feel what makes you look.
I like
Right.
revealing
right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean,
certain things.
certain things.
Not here.
Well, you could show a little
Yeah.
over here.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. One of the things that they suggest is to highlight your assets. So if you have a nice chest, highlight that. If you
Well, we don't have a
thighs,
nice chest. We're old, so what we do is a push-up bra and we pull it back.
whatever.
Then you
That's
have a nice
you.
chest.
Have
Go
you
fuck
seen-
yourself.
Have you seen the latest issue of People magazine?
No,
Which
I don't watch
somehow
those
am
things.
getting for no reason. I don't know why I'm getting it, but I am getting it.
You probably subscribe.
I'm sure it's on your credit card. So
Pamela Anderson is on the cover, and she has no makeup on, and she has curly red hair, and
I love that.
she says, and then they show a picture of her from her Baywatch days, and it looks nothing like her, and she says that feels like a lifetime ago. Like, I don't even remember who that person was. So that spoke volumes to me, because she's around, you know,
Does she look pretty?
she looked
Normal?
normal, right? She didn't look like
Did
like
she
a
have an
Baywatch.
induction and stuff?
I
I think I read something about that.
don't know. She looked like a normal middle-aged woman. You know, she had, and
Well, most of them are normal.
Right.
They just don't look like.
but the
me.
glamour was gone, you know, and she felt so distanced from it that she said that was like a lifetime ago. I don't even really remember what happened that day. And that's kind of how life works. You do the same thing day after day until
Does
it
she
turns
feel
into
better
years.
about herself? Was that the whole point of it?
The whole point was that now she feels good about herself again. You know, like that was a different person. And the whole point of it is kind of what we're talking about. She evolved into a different person, and she was coming to peace with the person that she is now. You know, that was the whole point of it. And so she made a very bold statement. I guess she went to some event or something with no makeup on, and she was always known as the Baywatch babe. So it was a big deal that she came looking like a regular person, you know, because you have that image in your mind, but she's not that person anymore. So it's kind of like what we're talking about, you know, the whole thing of what we're talking about.
A lot of people struggle with this. It's a big deal.
It is.
You know.
Like I said, I feel like it's redefining yourself. It's redefining how you feel about yourself, your level of attractiveness to yourself, you know, your level of confidence that you have to looking how you look. And, you know, it's not easy, but it's achievable and it's obtainable if you really try.
You have to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to try it.
You have to
takes effort.
feel good.
It takes
You
effort.
sure do.
Yeah. So, in conclusion, you know, what I want to say, I was thinking about this for a while. I was thinking that, especially when I was getting rid of all those clothes, I was thinking, you know what? The goal here for me is to replace my feelings of loss with gratitude, because I'm lucky to be here, and not everyone makes it to here, and not everyone has a great, you know, not everyone has the experience to actually reflect on it. And so I decided that that's kind of what I'm going to try to do, is I'm going to replace my sense of loss for that, you know, person that that I was 20 years ago, that I was, you know, so happy with gratitude for still being here and being who I am.
She makes it sound so nice.
My God.
0 fucks to give.
0 fucks to give. We have a hat. We got a hat, people.
You're way too sensitive.
I
can't.
am. I know.
I don't know if I want to smack her or give her a hug. I don't know. Let me know.
Most people feel that way about me.
It's either or. I'll do the smack, you do the hug, okay?
But I want everybody to know that, you know, this is a difficult transition and you're not alone, you know, and we would love to hear from you, you know, if you're going through that transition, because even today, like on the phone in the dental office, a patient called and she was like, we started talking about this. And I'm like, there's a podcast you need to listen to, because she was really going through the same thing. And it's like, if you don't have anyone to talk to, if you think you're going through it alone, you're not. It's a common thing. There's ways to handle it, and you just have to try. And you don't give up on yourself, because you deserve it. You know, you deserve it.
Yep. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and follow and comment below, please.
welcome to the family.